today's flip is taking me out of my comfort zone just a little bit. I'm going to do some modern furniture.
This dresser didn't go quite as planned. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Kara with Lemons to Lemonade Furniture. I'm a crazy busy homeschool mom who hates credit card debt and does everything I can to stay out of it, and that means flipping furniture. Come join me out in the garage and I'll show you how it's done. Today's dresser was purchased from Facebook Marketplace. My guess would be this is most likely from the 1980s. It's all MDF particle board. The body is in really good condition, but the top has some very noticeable scratches on it, and it looks like somebody left some pennies on it sitting on the top for a while, which is strange. It's very low to the ground. I know I'm going to have to do something about that. And the interesting feature of this dresser is that it has this mirrored slats on the drawer fronts. You won't believe what we're going to turn this into. Today's video sponsor is Kreg, and they are going to help me lift this dresser off the ground.
First things first, this funky dresser needs a good clean, and we're going to use my old standby Simple Green.
It's really important to use a good TSP type cleaner to take off any grease or grime, and that just really ensures that your paint is going to hold up for the long run. Once you get a good clean, you'll want to wipe it back with some fresh water. This dresser was made out of particle board, and the previous owner took a big chip out of the side of it and glued it back on. But it's super uneven, and if I paint over this, it's going to be really obvious where the fix was done. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this and just Bondo over the top of it. Bondo is a two-part epoxy system, and this part right here is not going to dry out, but once I add this cream hardener to it, I only have a matter of minutes to get this on the piece before it dries solid.
And almost left town, but there's something about you I like, I get too drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only you knew I would die for you.
Now that my Bondo is all dry, I'll take my Makita orbital sander with a 180 grit pad on the bottom and start to level it all out.
Now that I've got the Bondo sanded down, I'll go ahead and give the rest of the dresser a good scuff sand to make sure that my paint adheres nicely. Since this is particle board, you'll want to make sure that you give it a really good sanding to knock down all this shininess before you start painting.
All right, so after staring at this project all day yesterday, I decided it wasn't the direction I wanted to go in, so I am totally going to pivot on this one, and we are not doing modern anymore because I do not like those. I do not like these gold things in the middle. So those are going to go, and we're going to go in a totally different direction.
Lucky for me, these mirrors were attached by these little panels in the back. I got out my screwdriver, loosened up some of these staples, and the panels came right out. I'm taking a large piece of painter's tape and putting it down the center where these holes are so I don't get any overspray on the inside of my drawers when I go to paint these. I have a sneaky suspicion that these are going to bleed, so when that happens, I am going to prime my piece. There's really no reasoning behind this one. It's MDF particle board. Most of the time I don't have any problems with bleed through when I paint particle board pieces. But I don't know, something about the way the pennies reacted with the top of it, I don't know, it wasn't sitting right with me. So I decided to bust out my 2-time Rust-Oleum bonding primer in a spray can version and give everything a once over with some bonding primer.
Okay, so on the drawer fronts, since I pivoted and went a different direction, I ordered this caning to put in those slats instead of those gold pieces because I didn't like those at all. So this is plastic. This is not the real wooden cane that you have to soak for a little bit before you can use it. This is plastic. You do not want to soak this. I will link this down below on where I got this on Amazon. It came with 2 sheets. You can see how large it is. I'm gonna have plenty to do all of my drawers.
I'm taking all of the slats that I removed from the drawers, laying them on my piece of cane, and then I will trace each one of these out and cut out the measured piece.
It's cold today, so I had to close the garage door and get the garage heated up so I could start painting. And I'm going to use the color Hazel from Lilly Moon's paint collection. This is beautiful gray green. It's going to be perfect for the new look that I'm going for on this dresser. So no more modern, we're going in a different direction.
I had a bit of luck when it came time to paint and the rain stopped for just a bit, so I opened up the garage to get a little better light as we put on the first coat. I went back and forth for a long time about whether or not I was going to do the modern look on this, so you guys are going to have to let me know in the comments below if you think I ended up going in the right direction. I decided to do a different type of base build today. This is a new one for us. My husband is home this week to help me figure this one out. We have some 1x3x8s of select pine. We're using wood glue on one side and stacking 2 of them on top of each other and leaving them to dry overnight. We did clamp them together to make sure that they stayed put. We decided on an A-framed shape for the legs on either side to raise the stressor off the ground. Once the select pine boards had dried overnight, we cut them into 4 20-inch pieces and then cut 20-degree angles on each of the ends with our miter saw.
Today's video is sponsored by Kreg Jig. I personally own the Kreg Jig Pocket Hole 720 and I've been using this for over a year now. I can tell you with complete confidence that I came into this furniture world with absolutely zero skills on how to build things, and this has made things so easy for me to use. All the pieces that I need are attached to the back of this for simple storage. This measuring tool shows me exactly where I need to set my drill bit. I've used this on so many of my builds so far this year and it really elevates my furniture game. I love that this is so user-friendly for someone who has absolutely no background in carpentry whatsoever. Right now, Kreg Jig is offering great holiday deals over on their website, and I'll link it below for you, where you can pick up one of your very own pocket hole jigs for a great low price for this holiday season. If you have been waiting to grab one of these, now is your time, so be sure to go check it out.
Now that my pocket holes are in place, I'll use my Kreg Jig wood screws, and these legs will be extra sturdy. It is really raining out today, so I've got to work again with my garage door closed, but I am hustling to get this project done. So to finish it off, I'm going to seal the whole piece with some Minwax polyacrylic in a satin finish. I always apply at least 2 coats for full coverage. Now that the poly has had plenty of time to dry, Chris is going to start drilling the pilot holes to attach the A-frame legs. Do you remember those funky colored mirrors on the insides? Now it's time to apply the updated cane backing. I'll get these little slats in place and use my nail gun to secure them. I really think this is going to help pull the whole look together. One last look at our before picture before we get to our after. I think the light gray-green paint color on this really helped tie together the natural legs with the rattan inserts. I still cannot believe that this is the same dresser that we started out with. Talk about a transformation. Do you think I made the right move by not going in the modern direction with this dresser? You'll have to let me know in the comments below. A big thank you to Kreg, our sponsor for this video. Be sure to check out all of their holiday deals, and I'll see you next time on Lemons to Lemonade Furniture.